Hi, how are
Oh
you?
my God. Hi, I am
That's
superb.
very sweet of you.
Uh, I am just thrilled to know that I am live with you.
Ah,
Okay? You are like the most dynamic personality I have ever seen on TV. Like me
wow.
being into business, I can't believe it what to say right
Well,
now.
well, it is an honor. I thank you for thinking of me like that. It is truly, truly an honor. Where are you? And what's your name? Where are you from?
Yes, I am Sanjam Seva. I'm from Bangalore, India.
Bangalore. Okay. Are you there
Yes,
now?
and I am doing really great, and situations are better here. People are very getting very cordial and understanding nature and their situations now.
Great, great, great. So what time is it over there right now?
It's uh it's 11, 11
Okay,
no, 12,
that's not
12.
bad. All right.
It's
So tell me, do you have a question, a comment? Tell me what's going on. Anything about business or life? I'm sure I may
yes,
not be able to the one. I may not be able to answer the one on life. The one on business, I may have an answer.
right. So we have a business. We are running a startup named Cords. So this is a mentorship platform. We are giving, for example, I'm taking mentorship from you. So we are taking mentorship, one-on-one mentorship, inviting industry experts to make calls with students, especially in the COVID times. So how do we scale that business? How do we bring more attention to that business? How do we invite more users? That is my question.
Really great question. Especially with mentorship. Mentorship tends to be, it's funny. Every time not every time, but a lot of times you speak to people. Everybody is a life coach. Everybody's a mentor. Um, and that's true.
Right.
They can't. They absolutely can be, but there is a method to it. The first method is how much content and or stuff that you can give away for free. You looking for
Okay.
something? Okay. Are you writing it down?
Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. So how much can you give for free? Because the question becomes, a lot of people, and even I get caught up with this, I don't realize how many people may have heard my story and many people have not heard my story. And a lot of the good points that
Oh,
I have of that day or of my life, when I share it, I have this conflict within me that goes, man, am I talking to my same audience who goes, Damon, I heard that already. Please tell me something new. You don't have enough to tell me. Or do I share
mhm,
new information with people and they never got some of the fundamentals of what I have shared before because I'm skipping over it and this new information
mhm,
is too advanced? The best way is to share as much information as you can with people. And as a mentor, don't feel like you have to have all the answers. Being vulnerable as a mentor
mhm,
to say, I've learned this. You may not understand this at this time of your life because you're either here nor there or you're not ready for it. However, here's a database of more information from other people, other sources that you can learn this from. And what that does is that shows people that you are not selfish. It shows people that and people are lazy. A lot of people want to know that, what, why do I need to go to all these other sources? If I believe in the way you think, oh, you're frozen.
yeah,
Okay,
back.
people go, why do I need to go to these other sources if I believe in the way you think and I know that you're taking from those sources and you're giving me the bits and nuggets. So that's number one. When you mentor, give many people much information as possible. Number two is, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah. Number
yeah, yeah.
two is you got to get other people to validate that you are the mentor to go to. So you got to get testimonies. And now that, whether you are selling bubble gum, whether you are selling building homes, testimonies are the most important thing to get. And then,
Testimonies.
and last but not least, is you have to make the barrier of entry especially easy. You can say, I will do this program for you like anybody else. I'll do this for you for a month or 2 months. If you don't like it, then you don't pay. But you don't just give it for free. What you say is, put down your credit card. I don't care, $5, $10, whatever it is. Like me 100 times, and if you don't, if you don't like the information, I won't charge the card. I won't, you know. So you make people go, well, it's a win-win. Now, I was on a great call last night where I was talking to my mentor. His name is Jay Abraham. A lot of people are listening, and I love and I forget so many things that he tells me. And I think a lot of people can learn from this. When you give somebody something for free, there's a way to say for free and they just take it, or there's a way to position it as it's for free, but here's the cost and here's what I expect. I'll give you an example. If I was speaking to somebody and it costs you X amount of dollars, let's say it costs right now, it could cost anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 to speak to me for a half an hour or an hour to get a certain amount of knowledge, and we give the money away to charity. But I can say to you, hey, I'm going to do this for you for free. Or I can say to you, I'm going to buy $5,000 or I'm going to buy $10,000 worth of my time for you, and I'm going to give it to you. And in return, if I provide you great information, what I would like you to do is do that for somebody else, or donate some time to charity, or help me get the word out about this great things or whatever we're doing. And what that does is it puts a value on my time, and
Okay.
you feel more privileged that you got something worth of value, and you now know the number. And if you like it, if I said to put 10 hours over to charity, most of the people, you know what they do? They don't put 10 hours over to charity. They put 30 because they go, it was so great and I love the charity that I'm going to put 30 damn hours in. And you know what happens then? Then it comes back to me and I go, well, then shit, I need to give you more time because you're such a great person. Those are simple
Okay.
ways to position your brand, your product, your mentorship.
Right, right. So testimonials and then giving charge of like passing the torch kind of thing, and the way people interact on the platform, the key things I take away from this conversation,
The
right?
positioning, yes. So excellent. And when you're on that platform, go to first try to find a lot of teachers, people who are in your religious community, people who are in teachers, because they're doing it already, and all they want to do is change people's lives.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I
Good.
wish you all the best. Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you. Same to you. It's happy for me. Thank you.
Thank you. How much do I love her? I love her for various different reasons. Number one, her objective in life is to mentor people and share information. Number two, she kept it short and sweet. She said, oh my God, you're Daymond John. Okay, anyway, let's get to the damn question here. And number three, she wrote it down. So many people don't write things down. And with all the vast amount of information we are looking at, that means swiping and billboards and listening and Instagram, we don't write these things down. And we turn around in a month or 2 months ago, man, I got a problem in this area. And then we don't realize, wait a minute, I've heard the answer to this, or at least some of the answers to this 10 times in the last month. I just forgot to write it down. And guess who else is guilty of doing that? Me. Write it down, God damn it. All right, let's get somebody else on here. Let's see who else we have. We got 28 people waiting, but why does it only show 3 people in the comment? You know what? Wait, let me see. Let's put Ginger on here. Waiting for Ginger. Waiting.
Hi there.
Hi. How are you doing?
Good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So after I had the hiccups last night, you were sending me all kind of information on natural ways to solve them. And then when I told you that, my doctor gives me both muscle relaxers and Valiums, you were showing me all the things that the Valiums could be detrimental to hiccups, but they made me feel really good. But anyway, I don't know how people operate on Valiums. I don't know how people operate on all that stuff. Ginger, what's happening? You are an adjunct professor at Rutgers, I believe. You are a beauty expert. You have a beauty line. You have supported me from day one in all the sharks. And it's funny, if anybody goes to any of your site, they can see you with me and Grant and Barbara and everybody else. Why is that? Because you have been a faithful supporter. However, if you see we're in trouble or we're doing the wrong thing or whatever, you just ding, ding, pull our coattail to it. And you are somebody that is absolutely trusted and loved. And I think this is an example of how many people here who may respect and be inspired by others, we can truly sense when somebody cares for us. We can truly sense when somebody really supports us. And they hopefully, if they are somebody who values whoever somebody else is, and they want some form of mentorship, you should probably open a product and or a site on how to add value and get value from the people that you respect, no matter how big or difficult they are. But how you doing? What's going on?
I'm doing fine. Actually, I've been doing pretty well, especially on the consulting side. Yeah.
Very good. So come on now, Ginger. What do you mean consulting? What if I don't know you? Can you explain who you are? You're consulting,
Sure.
what you're doing? Come on, Ginger.
Sure.
Talk to me.
I am a cosmetic chemist and beauty expert. I help you to create your own beauty business so you can have your own financial freedom and live your legacy on your own terms. So if you're interested in your own beauty business, I'm the person to talk to.
Now, when you say beauty business, and I understand you're a chemist, so when you say beauty business, is beauty business meaning that you help people develop products and or apply them, or you help them understand what they need?
I help people to create their own beauty line from concept to launch. So you can have your own Daymond John beauty product line.
Is it expensive to create that?
It depends. Some people can go like a private label, then it's less expensive. But I can help people to do customized formulation. So that's anywhere from $12,000 and up per formula.
Somebody just said, what's your website? How do they get a hold of you? Well, obviously you can get a hold of the Beauty Shark. Ginger is your IG, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But you're doing live videos. I mean, you are doing live video day to day, once in a while. And how are other ways people can get a hold of you? Do you have a website?
Yes, gracekingdombeauty.com. It's also on my IG profile. It's linked to the website and my email.
Grace Beauty Kingdom.
gracekingdombeauty.com.
gracekingdombeauty.com. Yes. I love it. Can you give somebody a tip?
I also launched my own product line, Fan Love Beauty. And part of the reason why I'm doing it, because before I do from concept to launch, and then people say, what about after launch? What do you do? Can you help me? So I want to work on my own words. I need to give them as an example of how I can also push out my own beauty business. So I can understand firsthand what people are going through. So I can give a 360-degree approach to help people.
Absolutely. Really great. Can you give us any information you would like to share with us now on what you are seeing as I don't want to call it a trend, that's an insult, as the things that the beauty industry needs right now that is missing? Because as a male in the beauty industry, I mean, obviously I use products here and there, but I'm nowhere near a heavy user like many women are. Can you please tell us anything you see happening in the industry?
There is a big debate whether people should stick to science or should go natural. Actually, the best way is actually half-half. I'm a big, I strongly advocate for clean beauty because what you use on the ingredients is extremely important, especially it's the lip product, it could be ingested. So watch out for more on the clean beauty side. But I don't necessarily would say 100% natural is the only way to go because you do need some synthetic material to help for the performance.
Yeah, and so your lip product is absolutely beautiful. You know, I use it. I don't have any lip product around me right now. It's on my other desk in the other room. But yeah, I mean, we all know the truth, right? The skin is the largest organ on the body, and you got to be careful as you go to a lot of the European markets. They won't allow, you know, 80% of the stuff that we have in here, you know, in our stuff because they know that it's dangerous. And of course, if you are in a country that has to take care of your health no matter what, well, they're not going to allow a lot of parabens and things in what we're putting on our bodies because, of course, they gotta pay for it later on if you happen to have ailments and things of that nature. However, I gotta tell you, you know, ever since I've been quarantined, I've been using either Tom's deodorant, the Stone. It works pretty well, but it never stays, it doesn't last long enough. I mean, because, you know, no matter what, even if I'm not doing any much, I smell like a goddamn billy goat at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Why is that?
Because all the natural ingredients, they don't have the active. When you use deodorant of antiperspirant, you need like more like a synthetic material to really help you. That's classified as a drug. That's why when you go to the drugstore, there's a drug fact behind it.
Well, I was thinking maybe it was like a woman thing because most women shave, you know, their underarms and they shave a whole lot of other areas. I'm a man's man. If I shave my underarms, my wife would be a little, she would have some questions about me. So I thought maybe it was just the hair, but I guess it's the lack of aluminum clogging up my pores. Anyway, anybody here have any great ideas of what I should put under my arms so I don't smell like a pole cat? My mother used to call when I didn't bathe for a day or two when I was a child. My mother used to say I stink like a pole cat. You ever heard of a pole cat, Ginger?
No?
Look up a pole. Look up a pole cat. Look up a pole cat on online. It's a nasty, nasty animal. Anyway. All right. Listen, Ginger. Anything else you gotta say? Listen, you know I love you so much. I think there's some things that you should. I think there's some classes you should be doing about people who, when you support and love other people who may be in the public eye, how much we love and can turn around and support you, and the methods to how you've become so endeared and so loved by all of the sharks and Grant Cardone and everything else. You're just an absolutely amazing person. Keep teaching people, you know, all the things that you're doing.
Well, number one tip is always show up.
Always show up. That's it.
Yes.
Good point. Number one, just show up.
hmm
Just show up. All right. Well, I love you and Happy New Year. And I know I will be seeing you later today or tomorrow on another platform. And of course, you know, if I see anything you post, I like it and or I love it because the whole the whole the whole aspect of social media is it's not a one-way street. If you are respecting and following and valuing what I'm giving, if I agree on what you're doing, then I need to support you just as much.
Thank you.
I love you. Thank you. All right, there you go. Gender is so amazing in so many different ways. Listen, I even tell you, listen, you know, as a parent, sometimes you don't follow your kids or follow other people. But if I, even my kids, so because if they saw me following them, they'd get pissed off. My older daughters, my youngest daughter, who's 4, she blocked me from her social media. But if Ginger even sees something going on weird over there, like them being online cyberbullied or what, just pull my coattail. Ding, guess what's happening over here? There's a lot of ways you can support the people that are out there. I'm going to bring one more on, and then I'm going to end off our Power Shift Your Week with an amazing an absolutely amazing dad joke. And just remember this is the important part about dad jokes. It does not matter if you like them. The only thing that matters is that I like them. All right, let's get one more person here. Somebody have make sure when I bring you in, you got something good to say. You know, you're talking that good stuff. Oh, wait, my man Greg. This is my boy. Let's see if Greg is ready to talk, or he's kind of was in the car. Come on, G.
What's up, buddy?
Greg, what you doing, man?
You don't want to know. I got the COVID.
Really? Pull it away from your face. You got COVID?
Yeah.
Well, you down in Florida, man. Well, you went out. Did you go out?
Not at all. I did not. I have not been out at all.
Did somebody hand you a pack? Listen, Greg, you know, the reason why I cannot come down to Florida and hang out with you and my mom, and as much as I miss my mother, I miss her to death, is
Yeah,
because
she
if
was
I
trying
was
to make
go,
me some soup, actually. I told her she didn't have to.
yeah, listen, how are you feeling, first of all?
Actually, this is like the last 2 days has been great, actually. Because
How long you
I was
had it?
supposed to go up to New York for work last week, I was telling you. And then on Sunday, I found out that I tested positive.
And any aches, come on, tell people what's going on, man. People
So
right here,
basically,
they,
I just had the chills. The first, like on Friday night, I had the chills, and I felt something different. I knew there's
you got
something wrong when I had the chills.
you got the oxygen thing to put on your finger?
Yes, I did. I got the oximeter. I went
Okay.
ahead and isolate myself away from the kids and the wife. And the kid tested positive, but the wife tested negative.
All right. Why are you saying the kid like it was some random cat running around and then not your
No,
kid? Or
no.
I mean, he was like the kid. I mean, who was that? Like, yo, man, whose kid is that?
No, I said my kids. My kids tested
Okay.
positive.
I'm gonna show people what the oximeter is. Hold on. For the limited people that do not know, and I'm not trying to insult anybody, this is the oximeter. It costs about $60. What
Correct.
happens is in the event that you have COVID and your oxygen level starts going down, your oxygen level goes down. What it's doing is your organs are all fighting each other for oxygen. They're pulling from each other. Your liver's like, give me that oxygen back. Your heart's like, give me that oxygen back. So the reason why out in COVID, and I promise you guys, I am not a doctor, but I do have access to some of the best doctors in the world. What happens is during that time, that's why you're seeing a higher death rate of people who are having strokes, who are having heart attacks. You get this, it's $60. You push the button, and then you put your finger in it, and let's see, it reads it, and boom. My oxygen is 97. My heart rate is 115. That's a whole different story. That means I should stop the 5-hour energies. So I'm not going to die from a heart attack from this. I'm going to die from a heart attack for that. But this is what you need. So Greg, if he has one, during the
I
time of
do.
having
I
the
picked up
symptoms,
one right away. I
yeah. So
picked up
while you
one. I've been monitoring it ever since. Because like you said, that's one of the silent killer, that oxygen level.
right, and as you have it, you check this thing every other hour or 2 hours or 3
Every
hours.
hour I'm on it. Every
Because
hour I'm on
in the case you see that thing going down, you take your ass over to the doctor. Now, did you get a cocktail? Did they give you any kind of COVID cocktail? Any
it.
kind
No,
of
they just
pills or
told you to
anything?
go home and basically go home and rest. And there's nothing for them to give you, basically, besides the home remedies. But besides that, they just tell you just go home and rest.
Okay, good. So I don't believe you. I think you went out. The whole reason I didn't come to Florida is because why would I go in that beautiful warm area and not go out? I heard randomly there's people, strangers, tongue kissing on the corner, on every corner in Florida. What's because I see pictures of you guys out there, and you guys are partying like it's carnival. I mean,
Yeah,
what's going on, Greg?
no, I haven't been out, D. I have not been out at all. It's been I haven't been out over a year. I haven't been out. I've been doing the family thing. That's
Yeah.
about it.
All right, everybody. I want you to know when you hear a true liar, this is when somebody's a liar. So COVID somehow just got into the. So who's been out, Greg? Come on, don't
No,
lie to
actually,
me
I
in
got
front of
it from work.
everybody.
I got the COVID from
Yeah,
one of
there
the
we go.
coworkers.
How?
One of my coworkers had it.
When did they came to the house?
No, we just went to work, and it's kind of spread
He
out
was
throughout the
out. You
office.
see that, everybody? That was a lie. The man was out. He just, you see that? Right in front of everybody. You're just like, I know your wife, Kathy, you're doing all kind of, because you're a horrible liar. You had 4
No,
days to
I
lie to
got
us.
it from work, D. I got it from work. Seriously, it's got to spread out throughout the office. So it started from work. So like half the office got COVID. So the office is shut down, pretty much.
All right. Now here's how a real like the women right now, they smell your they can smell your bullshit because you said you got it from work. You said you didn't get it at all. You weren't out in a year. Then all of a sudden you got it from work. Here's how the story's gonna roll out.
Oh no,
Did you and a coworker go to a strip club, Greg?
no, none of that. None of that, buddy. Strip club is not my. It's not my thing.
All right, man. Listen here. Um, I love you, man.
I love you too, buddy.
Stay safe and stop
Thank you,
lying.
sir.
All right, peace.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You got it, brother. All right, all right, everybody. It is not a funny matter. It's not a funny matter because that's my man, and he is of age like me. And I know they say that thing is sneaky. It'll hit you, and then all of a sudden that thing will come back around and come back around even more vicious than ever. But listen, power shift your week. That's it. We learned a couple of things here today. We learned that you need to do live videos on Facebook because less than 1% of people are doing that, and that'll give you the edge on various other people. It's also just get comfortable with live videos. We learned how the young lady is creating a mentorship app, but how do you tell people when you're giving them something for free? It's not really free. It costs somebody something. Remember, any transaction and every transaction that happens in the world, somebody makes money. I don't care if your house is being foreclosed on, well, then the person that buys it is going to make the money, or the bank is going to lose the money, but there is some level of transaction that's going to happen. Maybe it's the person who's handling the title or the person who is representing the house, something like that. If you are getting a free piece of chicken when you walk through the damn mall and they're stacking and they're doing that and they're handing out the chicken, they're losing money. But sometimes people don't realize when it's free, it's free for them, but it ain't free for you. So you are now incurring the cost. Share with them that you are incurring the cost on their behalf and give them the expectation on what you would like them and hope that they would do in the event that they like it. If they don't like it, tell them no worries about it. I just made that investment in you. That is a great way to handle things. And such as the Beauty Shark Ginger, show up. You love somebody, you support somebody, you value them, show up. Show up. And when you're talking about cosmetics, half and half. Half and half. Some synthetic, some natural, so you can hopefully not smell like a billy goat or a polecat. Also, men, don't shave under your arms. Well, you could shave on your arms if you want, but I guess if no aluminum is not inside the deodorant, you still will smell after 6 o'clock. These are some of the things that we've learned, and we learned that my buddy Greg is fighting COVID, and to make sure that you use one of these. Make sure you use one of these in the event you have it, in the event you do not have it, and also do not lie. People can see right through it. Anyway, so that's what we've learned. That's Power Shift Your Week. I really hope everybody's having a great time this week. We have a crazy next 10 days waiting to see what unfolds there. And also, as I opened up in the conversation, People are people. When we say Black Lives Matter, that doesn't mean that white lives don't matter. It means that we were so marginalized over the years, and everybody from our heroes, from Malcolm X to Martin Luther King to Emmett Till being killed, or Black Wall Street being bombed, or George Floyd, or all these things that we are seeing, that we got so used to seeing. It means that Black Lives Matter too. Please value the lives of persons and people, no matter what color they are. However, it does not mean that another person's life is not as valuable, especially if they are an officer. There are a lot of bad officers in the world, but there's even more great officers. And one lost his life due to protecting our democracy and our freedom. And my heart and so many other hearts go out to that officer and his family and his loved ones. And we have more in common than we do apart. And God bless this great country of ours. There are a couple of bad apples out there. You know what? I love to see all the people reporting, the people that tried to overturn our capital. I don't think a lot of people understand what was exactly happening. And many of the scholars on here can educate you a little further than I can. But you know what? If they would have gotten in that Capitol with the zip ties and they would have got a hold of those votes would have been tampered with. Some people said there was a re-election, or some other people said what that would have done was compromise the votes. And then every state would have only been allowed one vote. And there are more Republican states than Democratic states. And that would have overthrown the election. This was just not a bunch of people with insurrection, looting, not insurrection, people who are protesting. It's funny, when people of color are protesting, they're violent. But when people are not of that color are violent, they're just protesting. They're two different Americas, but it doesn't matter. I know that there is more Americans in this country that stand up for freedom, democracy, and the right to vote, and love and value people of all colors. And I'm going to leave you with something more important than anything else. Unfortunately, I have to share with you some bad news. Kim and Kanye are still getting divorced. They're not together. Okay, I'm going to give you I wrote this dad joke down here because I'm going to give you something extremely important to leave you with. Here you go. Why do birds fly south for New Year's Eve? Because it's way too far to walk. I liked that one when I read it at first. I'm wrestling with it now. Well, you can think about birds walking all the way down south. I mean, no. All right, everybody. I love you. I'll see you later.
If you want another awesome video in our Black Excellence series, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.